right. Um, First, we have the team interface settings are now saved on entering race. Let's see where that is, because I haven't gone in depth on these yet, like myself. With me, feels like this might be just like self-explanatory, most likely. Alright, so second one, append a semicolon to every line produced by vars and triggers command. So that would be this. So vars would be this. There we go. And if we do this, we paste those in, that should copy? Does it not? Is it not copying? Which is weird. Let's try in here. That doesn't work. My copy pasting is not working. Actually, however, one thing so what this does is it allows for this. So for example, set BF condition CPS true, and then it would do semicolon, and then do it distance, and then your number. There we go. Append every line produced by vars and triggers command. So that applies for triggers as well. Fixed incorrect triggers drawing up close. Now that is caused by this location. So here, as we can see, works. Now there used to be a bug here where the triggers would render very weirdly. So like if you moved your camera, these triggers would shift. But they don't shift anymore. That's a good thing. It says, going to help a lot with trigger accuracy and a lot more. Alright, so I had I thought the zero was instead the oh, hold on. But no, hold on. The race time, it's showing in decimal format. It's not showing in the other format. It's showing in decimal format. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Show race time in only in stunt platform. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so the next one is the recent replay list category. Right here. Gonna turn this up a bit. There we go. So save current replay as. Now these actually save like replays as files. That's what it's supposed to be for. So replay test 1. If I do like some sort of like run here, for example. And save replay, it will save and it will allow me to also get the inputs. Bam, copied. And if we go into here, we can refresh and we'll see it. So yeah, should work. So what this will do is it'll essentially just make it easier to get replays saved and get the inputs like really quickly without having to, you know, go all the way over into here, launch, validate, etc. So yeah, that's what that does. So allowing to save current replay and brute force saved replays. Replays are saved in tracks replays in TMInterface as shown here. As shown in here. Configurable with the replay folder variable, which I think is reset replay folder. Yep, right here, right there. So right there. Added condition speed UI to the optimization tab. Alright, so this, essentially the optimization is, has this now. So yeah. Also, I am very surprised. Oh, okay, that makes sense because it's, connected to, like, the actual thing itself. Right. That makes sense. Remove printing triggers hits. So that. Okay. Just try 2 seconds for an example. So let's try this. Okay. Let's try ticking. Okay, let's add our own trigger. Right over here. Okay, can I copy? Go. There we go. Save. Now, let's head to brute force and activate. Now this will automatically activate. Hopefully it shows. So it doesn't show right now. So yeah, here it is. So this is what it looks like, the preview or the product. As you can see, it does not spam the console or the thing anymore. Doesn't actually show the triggers hitting. I don't know how much this actually improves in terms of performance, but it's really nice. So right here, the input editor has a refresh button. That's pretty much the only thing that's new there for the input editor. So commands, save replay, automatically saves the replay for specified path. There's validate replay. Exit map. I still haven't tested how that functions, but it should work like, okay, let me see. Okay, just exits the map. Just exits the map. Does it, self-explanatory. So again, get inputs, dump inputs is in here. First parameter needs to have a GBX extension. Okay, so like this. I think dump inputs right here. So essentially right here. Oh, dude, I like this. Ooh. Yo. Oh, I like this. Okay, this is my first time seeing, like, the way this works. Interesting. So, Angel script added on command list changed. Call back to notify plugins when the command list is changed. Okay, added execute command flags. So this, execute command flags to execute command is actually what I've been using for my plugin now. I did the update today. If you have it active, do colors. Okay, so there we go. Now, if we do this, it's black first, of course. If we do this, it will now work. The inputs will sometimes go blue and not update in time, but it's not bad. And rainbow is pretty much the same thing. Here's the thing. Never does it flood your console again. It won't flood your console again. This used to be an issue, excuse me, especially for dual colors apply. So anytime you were to just do any of the colors, these would spam here. Lowest speed. And maximum speed. There we go. So that's the execute command flags function command. Added IO get current process ID. I'm not currently using most of these. The execute command flags I am using a little bit here and there. So IO double colon get current process ID function. Added push style color, pop style color, is main dock visible, functions to UI namespace. Added UI window flags. Added show game window function in graphics. Fixed graphics force game render, not working correctly. And then the last one, experimental added UI color. Variables for customizing UI, TMInterface UI colors. And that's what this is at the moment. So default is more to come. And, alright. Okay, so default does that, right? That does that for default. And so opacity does, this of course. You can change the opacity. Can either have this. Kind of hard to read the text, like with everything going around. But yeah, you can set this to here, but at this point you can't see anything. Right here, at 50%, half. I have mine around here. You know, it makes text decently visible while keeping it mostly transparent. But yeah, that has been the current update for the TMInterface 2.2. Not much is added, but quite a bit has been changed and some good useful features. Some things are not working as expected, however, that will be changed very soon, I presume, and hopefully things will be very functional. Hopefully the rest will be pretty much completely good as can be, good as new. Anyway, so that was it for the TMInterface update. Hope the people who have been watching have enjoyed. Thank you to the viewers that have enjoyed. Not too much, but yeah, still a nice update. Anyway, God bless you all. Have a good night or day or whatever. And yeah, see you all later.